RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Meridian Bank, large enough to serve all your banking needs, small enough to care about you. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Weber Chevrolet, online at WeberGraniteCityChevy.com. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. The Bank of Edwardsville, the people you know and trust. And by United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
It's going to be Zach Keenan to kick it away for the Explorers. He'll tee the ball at his own 40-yard line and kick it away to the Piasaw Birds, who have their deep man standing back out in front of his own goal line at about the 2-yard line, and that appears to be Davis, Michael Davis, back there to receive this kick for Southwestern. Davis wears number 81. The official gives the indication, and we are set for action. Keenan steps into it, and it's a low line drive towards the near sideline. It rolls into the end zone, an automatic touchback. Not Keenan's best kick, but it stayed in bounds. It stayed in bounds and went into the end zone, so the Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. We've talked to Coach Slaughter and I over the past couple of weeks about what a weapon that is, and Zach Keenan has a fine leg, and it really is a weapon when you can make that other team start at their own 20.
Well, if you look back at the history of Marquette High School, they've had an exceptional kicking game. It goes back years, and that's always helped them.
And it's been a big plus this year with Zach Keenan doing the honors. And now the Piasaw Birds come out. And on the first down play, the give is to the tailback. And on the carry, I think that's Brent Harrison. And he picks up short yardage, maybe 2, out to the 22-yard line. It was Harrison on the carry. He's their leading ball carrier, a 2-yard pickup. Brings about 2nd and 8. Nothing fancy there.
No, it was an I formation with a slot right and just a single lead up over the short side of the offensive line.
Adam Wallace under center again, the I formation, and again it's Harrison, this time working to the left side, finds some running room, and has first down yardage as he crosses the 30 out to the 31-yard line, a gain of 9 on that carry for Harrison, and a first down on the play. That time he veered to his left as he came to the line of scrimmage and found an opening. The left side of the Piasaw Bird offensive line did a good job of moving the Explorers back, and Harrison had no difficulty picking up the first down of the night. Quick snap, and again it's Harrison, this time working the right side of the line, crosses the 30 and takes it out to near the 35-yard line. A gain of almost 4 on that carry for Harrison. 3 carries, 15 yards. And nothing fancy whatsoever. 2nd and 6, Piasaw Birds just underway here at Public School Stadium in Alton. Wallace takes the snap, again gives it to Harrison, this time to the left side, and he gets very little yardage. He might have gained 2 on that carry, and the first one to hit him was Jesse Bowman for the Explorers as he stood him up, and help arrived, and they finished him off. A 2-yard carry for Harrison brings about 3rd and 4. Well, they've run 4 plays, and it's been 4 carries for Brent Harrison, their big tailback, and now
there's
the
a penalty.
Right tackle jumps for the Piasaw Birds, a 5-yard walk-off, and that's tough when you get 3rd and 4, and now it becomes 3rd and 9. Just as Southwestern appeared to have some momentum going, it was Corey Willard, a junior offensive tackle, and he just jumped. You know, Southwestern had been going on a quick count, and I think that time they went on a longer count, and
I think that's right, Sam.
Willard got fooled. So they put trips to the right, Wallace in the shotgun, rolls to his right, lets it go out to the right side, completes it, has his man at the 40 to the 45, out to midfield, still on his feet. That's Ryan Cox. And a big pickup there and a first down for the Piasaw Birds. A 14-yard pickup, actually a 19-yard pickup, all the way out to midfield on the completion from Wallace to Cox.
That was only a wide out break out into the right flat, and he was wide open. And the quarterback, Cox, did a good job.
Now here's the give. It's Harrison again. Right up the middle he goes, big hole, and he picks up 5 yards down to just inside of the Explorer 45-yard line. Actually a gain of 6 on that carry for Brent Harrison. 2nd and 4 on this carry. So Harrison, 5 carries, 23 yards. Adam Wallace, the quarterback, completes that pass on 3rd and 9, picks up 19. And it's 2nd and 4 for the Piasaw Birds. Now they give it to the upback, the fullback on the carry. And short yardage on that play. But picked up about 2 on the carry. And it's going to bring about 3rd and 2 for the Piasaw Birds. I think it was trying to pick up who the running back was. And I think it was Stephen Jones, number 25. It was. So now 3rd and 2 for Southwestern as they try to keep this drive alive. It started at their own 20-yard line. And now it's the left guard that jumps. And again, I think it was the same thing on 3rd and short. They were going to go with the longer count. I think they've been going almost on the first sound on every play.
Well, also what happened, a linebacker from Marquette jumped up in the hole right over that guard, and that's why he jumped.
Well, they overcame the first penalty. Let's see if the Piasaw Birds can overcome this one. Now it's 3rd and 7, Southwestern at the Marquette 47-yard line. Wallace back to throw, looking deep down the left sideline. He's got a man open, and it goes right through his hands at the 12-yard line. He had a receiver out there who had beat the defensive back for the Explorers. That was Cecil Brimage out there trying to provide coverage. And the intended receiver was Jeremy Dunnigan. And Dunnigan had the ball right on his fingertips at the 12-yard line and could not hang on.
Looks like Cox has got a pretty good arm on him.
And so now, back in punt formation, goes Adam Wallace for the Piasaw Birds. Brimage and Jones back deep for the Explorers. And Wallace gets the kick away, and it's going to be Brimage returning from his own 5. Cecil Brimage up the left sideline to the 15, to the 20, out to the 22-yard line, and a pretty nice return there for Cecil Brimage from his own 5 out to the 22 to give the Explorers a little breathing room. Brimage and Jones are always a threat back there in kick coverage, but that was about a 17-yard return for Cecil Brimage, and the Explorers will start 1st and 10 from their own 22. We remind you you're listening to WBGZ Alton. The Piasaw Birds took that drive, the opening kickoff from their own 20 and into Explorer territory, but following the penalty had to punt. And now the Explorers come out, and there's a fumble of the snap by Keenan Eberlin, and he finally picks it up and is tackled, and then a flag is thrown at the point of the tackle. And I wonder if the Piasaw Birds got Keenan Eberlin's face mask when they brought him down. Eberlin didn't get the snap cleanly, picked it up, tried to run out of there, and was brought down for about a 5-yard loss. And it's a face mask against Southwestern. They'll mark off 15 against the Piasaw Birds and give the Explorers a first down.
Your eyes are sharp as ever, Sam.
Well, usually when they throw a flag at the point of the tackle, it's a face mask. I didn't see it, but it was a good guess. 1st and 10 for the Explorers from their own 33-yard line following that penalty. 3 penalties here in the early going against the Piasaw Birds for a total of 25 yards already. And instead of Marquette having 2nd and 15, it's 1st and 10 from their own 33. Jones in motion to the right side. They give it to the fullback, Utley, and he is stacked up for no gain. Utley had no running room whatsoever. He was hit immediately after taking the handoff.
Well, Marquette's offensive attack has preceded them. You take a look at Southwestern, they are 8 and 9 fronts, nine-man fronts there.
So let's see if the Explorers try to attack that or maybe try to put the football in the air. Receivers left and right. Jones in motion to the right side. They pitch it to Travis Jones trying to turn that right corner. He does. Travis Jones still on his feet. First down yardage, and then he loses the football, and it's picked up by the Piasaw Birds at the Marquette 32-yard line. Travis Jones picked up 10, and let's see if maybe the Explorers got it back. Marquette did get it back. I saw a Southwestern player pick it up, and he must have been stripped of the ball. So after Jones had picked up about 10, he fumbled the football. Southwestern took it back the other way, and Marquette got it back. And it turns out, after all that, it's a gain of about 2 for Marquette. Well, Jones just kept fighting for yardage. And as he did, he lost the football, but Marquette gets it back. 2nd and 8, Explorers from their own 35, and Eberlin rolls to his left. He wants to throw, now he's hit, and he's sacked back at the 29-yard line. Marquette is fond of rolling that right-handed quarterback to the left side, and that time the Piasaw Birds were all over Keenan Eberlin, and he had no opportunity to throw the football, and ends up being sacked for a loss of 6 yards and brings about... I'm not sure how it became 4th down all of a sudden. But no, Utley was stopped on the first down play. Then Jones, and now the sack. And now Zach Keenan in punt formation. High snap. He brings it down and gets the kick away under pressure. It's a high short kick. It'll bounce and take a Marquette bounce down to the 40 of the Piasaw Birds, and that's where Southwestern will start 1st and 10. 6:11 remaining first quarter, no score. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Do you want to earn interest and still have easy access to your money? Meridian Bank offers 4 interest-bearing accounts: Money Market, Meridian Star, Now Account, and Super Now Account. Choose the account that fits your financial needs. Rates vary based on the account and balance. Stop by and ask for details. The smart way to financial success is at Meridian Bank on West 3rd Street in downtown Alton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lenders.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital, we're part of the team.
On 3rd and 9, Adam Wallace drops to throw, looks out to the left side. He's got his man. First down yardage at the Explorer 40-yard line. And a gain of 18 on that completion from Wallace to number 8, Jeremy Dunnigan, and a first down for the Piasaw Birds.
That was a well-designed play. They took the wide out to the left side and ran off the corner, and then the wideout came back inside, and the ball was there. Nicely delivered.
Adam Wallace, 2 for 4 in the passing department for 37 yards. 3 first downs on the night now for the Piasaw Birds. 1st and 10 at the Marquette 40. The back's in the eye with a wing to the right. And here is the give to Harrison, the big tailback, and he picks up a couple yards before Angelo Cross wrestles him to the ground. Harrison on the carry, took it down to the Marquette 38-yard line, a gain of 2. Harrison's their workhorse, 7 carries so far for 26 yards as the clock ticks down inside of 4:45 remaining here in the first quarter. So the Piasaw Birds have done most of their damage on a couple of big pass plays, a 19-yard completion and an 18-yard completion. 2nd and 8, and here is the give again. It's Brent Harrison right up the middle, and he takes it inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 5 on that carry for Harrison. Nothing fancy about that, just a straight-ahead handoff.
How big is he? I don't have his list.
Well, let's see if I can find it here.
Well, that's all right. That maybe you knew.
No, I don't have, let's see if I have that on this other roster. Nope, I don't have any size either, but he looks pretty good size. 3rd and 4, and again it's Brent Harrison. He's got the first down yardage as he takes it inside the 30 down to the 29 of the Explorers. Another 5-yard pickup for Harrison. 9 carries, 36 yards, 4 first downs on the night for the Piasaw Birds. And they will reset. They set the chains over on the far sideline. 1st and 10 Southwestern at the Marquette 29-yard line. As we roll inside of 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, thus far scoreless. Southwestern hurt itself with a penalty on its first possession and had to punt. Now they move deep into Marquette territory, and here is the give, and on that carry, the fullback takes it down inside the 25 of Marquette. And they'll say he went down right at the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 on that carry. That was Stephen Jones on the carry. So 2nd and 6 for the Piasaw Birds. Just outside the Marquette 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side, backs in the eye, and Wallace drops to throw. Under pressure, lets it go down the middle, incomplete. He had a receiver down near the 5-yard line. Angelo Cross, a linebacker, was back there in coverage. Actually, 2 receivers in the area, and I think they really didn't want those receivers that close together, did they?
I wouldn't think so.
There were 2 receivers down at about the 5-yard line and 4 blue Explorer jerseys. But I do think the underneath receiver got a hand on the football but couldn't bring it in. And now it's 3rd and 6 for the Piasaw Birds at the Marquette 25-yard line. And here is the give. Brent Harrison, big hole, off tackle right. And he's going to be close to a first down, but I think just shy. It's going to bring about 4th and less than a yard for Southwestern at the Marquette 20-yard line. There was a big hole there, but Harrison was met by a couple of Explorer tacklers at the 20 and stopped dead in his tracks after picking up 4. And now it's 4th and 1 Piasaw Birds, and they will go at the Marquette 20. I formation with a receiver to the left side. Adam Wallace under center takes it on the quarterback sneak. He's got it easily as he takes it down to the 16-yard line, a gain of about 3 on that quarterback sneak. And that's usually your surest bet. If you've got an opening there, just let the quarterback take it. The 5th first down here in the first quarter for Southwestern, and they haven't had a whole lot of difficulty moving the football. And now the Explorers say, we better take a timeout. 2:21 remaining first quarter. Marquette nothing, Southwestern nothing. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
The sun always rises, your dog will always love you, and the tax man always shows up. There are just some things in life you know you can depend on. So when you're ready to depend on someone for your life insurance, depend on me, Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. We may already insure your car and home, but your life insurance is one of the things that matters the most. For more information, contact my office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or online at tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
With John Rogers, Sam Stem live at Public Schools Stadium in Alton. Glad you tuned in tonight here on Z1570. We also welcome those of you watching on RiverBender.com, live streaming video and our audio as well. And we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. A critical juncture here early in the ball game. 1st and 10 Southwestern at the Marquette 17-yard line. Well, I talked about the great goal line stands the Marquette defense made the last 2 weeks late in the game. Let's see if they can make a stop here in the red zone here early. Pitch back trying to sweep the right side, and a big loss on that play for Dunnigan, who tried to sweep the right side. And Bryce Smith was in there for the Explorers to make the tackle. Also Steve Utley in there. And they throw Dunnigan for a loss of 3 yards back to the 20-yard line. Well, you like to see that penetration by the defense.
Well, what happened, the defensive end came across, forced him back inside, and allowed the inside people to come up and make the tackle.
2nd and 13 Southwestern at the Marquette 20. A receiver wide to the left side. And here is the give to the fullback Brent Harrison, or the tailback Brent Harrison. And Harrison takes it inside to 15, down to about the 13-yard line. A good gain there. A gain of 7 will bring about 3rd and 6 for the Southwestern Piasaw Birds.
Well, Harrison, I think, is the guy the Explorers have got to stop. If they stop him, it'll make a heck of a difference in this ball game.
Harrison now will be the lone setback as they send trips wide to the left side. 3rd and 6. They give it to Harrison. Oh, and he flips it back to the quarterback, who takes off to the left side. But they blew the play dead. They blew the play dead, I believe. And Southwestern is not going to be happy about that. They gave it to Harrison, and as he was hit at the line of scrimmage, he flipped it back to the quarterback, who was going to run in for a touchdown to the left side. But they blew the play dead, and it's going to bring about a 4th and, or are they going to give them the play over again? I don't know what the indication was there by the official, but there was a big mistake by the officials as the Piasaw Birds ran a trick play, and they were going to run that in for a touchdown. I think they're going to give Harrison a gain of a yard and bring about 4th down.
Was it a lateral or was it a fumble?
I thought it was a lateral. I thought it was on purpose, but now they're going to come over and talk things over with Marquette coach Tim Nelson. They may give him the play over. I think they are. I think the officials
why did they move the ball forward then if they're going to give them the play over?
Well, they put it back at the original line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage was at the 13, and it was 3rd and 6.
Well, that's the first time I've seen a do-over in high school football.
I think that's what it's going to be, though. They've still got 3rd down on the marker over there. Well, it was a... That's, I don't... No, they're going to... Well, now they're signaling up here. I don't know if they want to put more time back on the clock, and that could be what it is. They're going to reset the clock. But it is. It's going to be a do-over, and I'm like you. That doesn't seem right. It wasn't right that the Piasaw Birds didn't get their trick play to work, or their lucky play if it was a fumble back to the quarterback. But on the other hand, when you run the play, even if there's an inadvertent whistle, the play should stand. But they're going to give Southwestern a do-over. 3rd and 6 at the Marquette 13-yard line. And here's Adam Wallace dropping to throw, looking out to the left side, incomplete, intended for Dunnigan, who was running an out at the goal line, and Wallace overled him. Now it's going to be 4th and 6.
Well, that's a pet peeve with me because when I coached, we ran the belly series, and I can't count the number of times that they blew the fullback belly dead, and the quarterback came outside to pitch it to a wide open person.
And you never got a do-over.
Never got a do-over.
No. So now
there was a ream.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Now a field goal attempt, a 30-yard field goal right down the middle of the field by Matt Milligan. The kick is up, it's high, and it hits the crossbar and is short. It was right down the middle, but Milligan's 30-yard attempt falls just short as it hit the crossbar, and the Explorers dodge a bullet there. So, weirdness here early on. And with 34.9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Marquette will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Only their second possession of the ballgame. Marquette went 3 and out. Well, actually, they got a first down on a penalty on the first play from scrimmage, and then went 3 and out. And now they start 1st and 10 from their own 20. And they put receivers left and right. They put Brimage in motion to the left side and hand him the football. Cecil Brimage, trying to find some running room to the outside, is brought down after about a 3-yard gain as he bobbed and weaved in there trying to find an opening. But it's a gain of 3 on that carry for Cecil Brimage, and that will probably be the final play of the first quarter, as we're now down to 10 seconds and counting remaining in the scoreless first quarter. It will be the final play. So after 12 minutes of action here at Public School Stadium in Alton, it's Marquette nothing, Southwestern nothing. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. As we watch this year's Olympic Games and root for the world's top athletes, the Weber Chevrolet family wants to offer some encouragement to the terrific men and women representing our country. You are the best of the best. We know how hard you have worked. Win or lose, we are proud of you, and you are all truly winners. Even though you are half a world away, we are with you through every sprint, jump, and dive. And we sing along with you when you stand on that medal stand listening to the national anthem. So from all of us at Weber Chevrolet, go Team USA.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power & Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
Explorers, but being stopped twice in Marquette territory, once stopped by their own illegal procedure penalty and forcing a punt, and then trying a 30-yard field goal and coming up just short. Now 2nd and 7 for the Explorers from their own 23-yard line. Again, Keenan Eberlin, I think, fumbled the snap.
Yep.
And has to cover it for a loss of a couple back at the 21-yard line. So that's twice in about 5 or 6 snaps that the exchange has not been good between the center and Eberlin.
Well, the Explorers that came out was essentially 3 wideouts and one remaining back in the backfield, and Eberlin may have been in a big hurry to roll out here to the strong formation.
Marquette sends Zach Keenan and Travis Jones wide to the right side, and now Eberlin runs the option to the right side, and he gains only a yard. His trailback was the fullback, Steve Utley, but the Piasaw Birds strung it out well. And by the time Eberlin wanted to pitch, it was too late. They were too close to the sideline. He gains only a yard, and it brings about 4th and 8 for the Explorers and another punting situation.
If you're going to run that option, you need to run the option. The quarterback needs to really aim at the defensive end. That will cause him to either duck inside or go outside.
Now Zach Keenan gets the punt away, but there are flags on the play. And it is fumbled by the Piasaw Birds, picked up. Oh, they blew it dead. They blew it dead. The Piasaw Bird receiver, well, you can't advance a muff, and that's what it was. It was a muff. But I think the Explorers are going to be called on a motion penalty here. I thought I saw a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, but now I don't see one lying back there. Oh, yeah, it's back at the 10-yard line. The flag lying at the 10-yard line. Marquette has this, it's illegal procedure against the Explorers, and because the Explorers recovered the muff and would have had the football at the Piasaw Bird 47-yard line, the Piasaw Birds will accept the penalty, the first of the night, against the Explorers. I don't know, Coach Rogers, if you picked up on this, but when Marquette's in punt formation, the 3 blocking backs they have back there all turn just prior to the snap. And Coach Slaughter last week felt that Marquette was in motion in doing that, and it looks like here tonight they were called for a motion penalty for that very move.
Well, I think Coach Slaughter is right. You could have one person in motion, but not 3.
Well, watch, they'll all 3 turn just prior to the snap. Maybe they won't do it this time. They didn't. Zach Keenan, a high snap under pressure, and just gets the kick away. And the Piasaw Birds will watch it hit at midfield. It takes a Marquette bounce and lands and rolls dead at the Piasaw Bird 47-yard line. And the Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 right there. So that penalty was very, very costly for the Explorers because it cost them the recovery of a turnover. They would have had the ball at the Piasaw Bird 47-yard line, but instead the Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 from their own 49. So we've seen some weird things already here in the early going. A do-over as the officials had an inadvertent whistle on what I think was probably a trick play. And then a field goal that hits the crossbar from 30 yards out. And now on the first down play for the Piasaw Birds, they give it on a wing reverse, and that's going to go for a big loss as Angelo Cross stayed at home and brought Dunnigan down all the way back at the 36-yard line. And, of course, Dunnigan should have realized he wasn't going to outrun that guy. He kept giving ground, and it ends up being a 12-yard loss on the play.
Well, it was a great play by Cross, but because, as you said, he stayed at home and read it, and he saw him coming, and he nailed him.
Second down and 23 for the Piasaw Birds, and Wallace drops to throw, rolling to his right, looking downfield, lets it go, and it is batted around and falls incomplete at the Marquette 45-yard line. The intended receiver there was Zach Slayton, and he got a hand on it. Then I think an Explorer got a hand on it, and it fell incomplete. I'll tell you what, that Adam Wallace has quite an arm on him. He threw that ball on the run, and he zipped it in there about 20 yards downfield. But he's completed now only 2 of 7 passes for 37 yards. 3rd and 23 Southwestern from their own 36-yard line. And back to throw Wallace. Pump fakes. Now lets it go deep down the left side. Dunnigan wide open. Takes it at the Marquette 35. Puts on a move at the 20. Being pursued from behind. And he is brought down. He's in for the touchdown. Cecil Brimage hit him from behind, but he got in. And it's a 63-yard touchdown pass from Adam Wallace to Jeremy Dunnigan, and the Piasaw Birds draw first blood. What a move by Dunnigan at the Marquette 35-yard line.
Well, the thing is, Dunnigan was wide open.
Yes, he was. There is a flag on the play, and let's see what this is about. And maybe that was inadvertent as well, as they pick it up and apparently wave it off. And so a 63-yard touchdown pass from Wallace to Dunnigan, and now Milligan will attempt the extra point. Once the officials all get the proper position, they had to go back and pick up that flag that I guess just fell out of somebody's belt. And the extra point attempt is up, and it's good. 9:36 remaining here in the second quarter. The score, Southwestern 7, Marquette nothing. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Southwestern has taken it to the Explorers here in the first quarter plus, and they lead it 7-0. A 63-yard touchdown pass from Adam Wallace to Jeremy Dunnigan, and now the Explorers will return to kickoff. And here is Travis Jones from his own 15. Jones out across the 30 to the 35, still on his feet across the 40 to the 45-yard line. A good return by Travis Jones, and now the Explorers, whose only first down was on their first play from scrimmage when the Piasaw Birds committed a face mask penalty. So Marquette one first down, and that's by penalty. Will come out and try to get some offense rolling, but Coach, you mentioned early on that Southwestern was stacking 8 up in the box, and it's going to be tough to run against them. But the couple times the Explorers have tried to throw, they haven't had much success there. Now they go to the power I formation, double tight. And here is the pitch back, and Brimage trying to sweep the left side. Got some running room out there. Cecil Brimage close to a first down as he crosses midfield and takes it down to the 46 of the Piasaw Birds. So they came out double tight in the power I formation and did the toss sweep and picked up 9.
Everybody sucked up and did a toss sweep, and I believe it was Brimage. Is that who
Yes,
it was?
it is.
Had the speed to get outside.
So Brimage, a 9-yard pickup. Now he checks out of the game, and they've got Travis Jones in as the tailback with 2 fullbacks in front of him. Here's the pitch back to actually Bryce Smith. Smith trying to turn that right corner, giving ground, and he loses yardage back to midfield as they try to go this time to the right side. And actually, they say Bryce Smith's knee went down at the Explorer 49-yard line. So that goes as a 5-yard loss and brings about 3rd and 6.
If they're converging on you, you better duck your head and get as much as you can. You can't outrun them.
So the Explorers, who still have only 1 first down, and that was by a penalty, now with Travis Jones as the tailback and that power I, they give it to Travis Jones, double lead to the left side, and Travis Jones crosses midfield but is stacked up after about a 3-yard pickup, and it's going to bring about another punting situation for the Explorers. So a toss sweep left, a toss sweep right, and then a double lead to the left side. 2 of the 3 plays got positive yardage, but the one in the middle lost 5 yards. And it brings about 4th and 3 for the Explorers at the 48 of the Piasaw Birds, and Zach Keenan, for the 3rd time this evening, back in punt formation. He gets
Offside.
A good snap and gets the kick away, and it will hit inside the 20 and bound down into the end zone and come back out to the 20, an automatic touchback. The Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Southwestern with 6 first downs to just 1 for the Explorers, and Marquette thus far with 5 yards in total offense. So not a good start offensively for Marquette.
Nor defensively. You know, when you have a 3rd and long like they had there and let that guy get behind you, that's a mortal sin.
It was a 63-yard touchdown pass,
There's a fumble.
now there's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Explorers. And Marquette has the football as the Piasaw Birds coughed it up. Keenan Eberlin with the fumble recovery, and Marquette is in business at the Southwestern 28-yard line. Well, those turnovers can be the great equalizer, can't they? Here, Southwestern is completely dominated, and now the Explorers have an opportunity starting 1st and 10 at the Piasaw Bird 28-yard line, but the Explorers have yet to post a first down other than by penalty. Utley, the lone setback, as they put 3 receivers to the left side, another receiver wide right. They put Travis Jones in motion to the right side, and I think the Piasaw Birds jumped offside as Marquette went into motion. A flag is thrown prior to the snap, and Michael Selby over there on the far sideline, the wide receiver next to the official who threw the flag, claps his hands. It is offside against Southwestern, their 4th penalty of the night, and 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 5.
What happened, Travis Jones, who was the wingback set to that side, came back in motion, and that caused one of the Piasaw Birds to break the line of scrimmage.
1st and 5, Marquette at the 23 of Southwestern. Jones a wing to the left, Utley the lone setback. Now they put Jones in motion to the right side, and Eberlin runs with the football out to the left side, trying to turn that left corner, but he can't. He picks up a couple of yards down to the 21, maybe the 20. We'll call it a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 2. Well, they brought the wingback in motion to the right side, faked a handoff to the fullback, and then Eberlin just took off running out to the left. Funny looking play, but the Piasaw Birds over there on the right side of their defense stayed home. It's 2nd and 2 for the Explorers at the 20 of Southwestern. And Marquette sends a receiver wide left, 2 more receivers wide right, a wing to the right. Utley the lone setback, and a quick pass out to the right side, completed to Cecil Brimage, trying to put a move on. Brimage gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And I don't think actually that was a forward pass. That was a direct toss back there, an overhand toss, but it was a lateral. and no gain on the play for Brimage.
Well, Brimage jocked the first person there. He couldn't get past the second one, though.
So Marquette, which had it 1st and 5 after the offside penalty by Southwestern, now faces 3rd and 2, and they still have only one first down on the night, and that's by penalty. Double wing formation, and here is the give to Utley, the fullback. He's got an opening to the left side, and he's got first down yardage as he dives down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 on that carry for Utley and a first down for the Explorers.
I wonder how soon it'd take to get back to Utley.
Well, that was only his second carry of the night. He was stopped for no gain on Marquette's first possession early, and now that's only his second carry, but he picks up the first down. 1st and 10, Marquette at the 15 of Southwestern. The Piasaw Birds lead it 7-0. Double wing formation with receivers left and right. Eberlin puts a man in motion to the right side, and again Southwestern jumped offside. And 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 5 all the way down at the 10-yard line.
The wing back set to the left side, came back in motion, and was a defensive tackle on their left side, clear away from the motion man that jumped offside.
The clock rolling with 5:20 remaining in the first half. Southwestern leading 7-0. Zach Keenan wide right, Michael Selby wide left. Double wing formation with Utley in the fullback slot. And here is the give to, it's going to be Eberlin trying to follow his fullback, and he gets a yard down to the 9-yard line. Keenan Eberlin, the quarterback, faked the handoff to the fullback Utley and then just tried to follow him into the hole and only gains a yard. Southwestern has proved to be very difficult to run against.
Well, as I said, they've got an 8-man front there, sometimes a 9-man front, and they're just daring the Explorers to throw the football.
2nd and 4, Marquette at the Southwestern 9-yard line. Eberlin drops to throw, rolling to his right. Now he wants to take off with it. He gets a yard or two. They're going to say he went down at the 8-yard line. He gained a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Explorers.
Eberlin just decided to run too quickly because he had some people coming open.
3rd and a long 3. He didn't even get a full yard on that carry. Football down at the 8.5-yard line, and now Marquette wants a timeout. It comes with 4:06 remaining in the first half. It's Southwestern 7, Marquette nothing. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Listen to what people are saying about the Bank of Edwardsville.
It is a pleasure for me to bank at the Bank of Edwardsville.
Your entire staff was professional, thorough, and very helpful.
I was told I would be taken good care of, and that was the understatement of the year.
Because of the excellent service I received, I have transferred both my savings and checking accounts to the Bank of Edwardsville.
We appreciate the dedication the bank provides.
And that's why I work at the Bank of Edwardsville.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tab. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tab, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
Southwestern leading Marquette by a score of 7-0 as we play here late in the first half of this South Central Conference game at Public School Stadium in Alton. My name is Sam Stem alongside John Rogers, the Hall of Fame coach. And critical play here, coach. 3rd and almost 4 for the Explorers, just inside the 9. Marquette needs to find a way to move this football. They've had difficulty moving the football here tonight with only about, less than 20 yards in total offense. Trying to convert on a Southwestern turnover. And now Marquette sends trips to the left side. Utley, the lone setback. Eberlin under center, and Southwestern jumps offside again. Or did they? No, they were drawn off this time by the Explorers. A 5-yard walk-off against Marquette. Only the second penalty of the night against the Explorers, but they've both been critical penalties. Let's see how critical this one is. It moves the football back to the 14-yard line and brings about 3rd and 9 for the Explorers. The football on the right hash mark. And Marquette has had very little success moving the football here in the first half. Ryan Howland wide to the left side. Zach Keenan wide right, the short side of the field. Double wing formation. They put Brimage in motion to the left side, and Eberlin rolls to his left. He stops, he sets, he lets it go, intended for Brimage, incomplete down at about the 2-yard line. Brimage had a step on his defender as he waited to his break toward the sideline, but Eberlin just overlet him. And now Marquette will send Zach Keenan out to attempt a field goal.
Well, I've never really been enthused about taking a right-handed quarterback, which I think he is, to roll him left on a key play.
And Marquette does that a lot this season. A 30-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark by Zach Keenan out of the hold of Keenan Eberlin. They line it up, the snap, the spot, the kick. It's up, it's high, it's plenty long, and it's good. Keenan hits the 30-yard field goal. It comes with 3:56 remaining here in the first half, and the Explorers convert the Piasaw Bird turnover into 3 points. 3:56 remaining in the half. The score, Southwestern 7, Marquette 3. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
What do I have to do to sell you a car today?
Stop by Roberts Motors in Alton, Illinois.
Do you want to earn interest and still have easy access to your money? Meridian Bank offers 4 interest-bearing accounts: Money Market, Meridian Star, Now Account, and Super Now Account. Choose the account that fits your financial needs. Rates vary based on the account and balance. Stop by and ask for details. The smart way to financial success is at Meridian Bank on West 3rd Street in downtown Alton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lenders.
Late first half, Southwestern 7, Marquette 3, back at Public School Stadium in Alton. Don't forget Game 2 of our broadcast doubleheader tonight. Southwestern Conference action. The Alton Redbirds on the road in East St. Louis, taking on the highly ranked Flyers. And now let's see what's going to transpire in the final 3:56 here at Public School Stadium. Zach Keenan to kick it away for the Explorers. High end-over-end kick, and Dunnigan will return from his own 6. Out across the 15, trying to find some running room to the right side. He goes no further than the 15, but the tackler for the Explorers got a piece of the face mask, and that's going to cost Marquette. Making the tackle down there was Gary Clark, but he got Dunnigan's face mask, I do believe. It is. It's a 15-yard walk-off, so instead of starting at their own 15, the Piasaw Birds get to start at their own 30.
You just can't do that, Sam. You got to get your head in the game.
So they put the football down at the 30, and the Piasaw Birds, who have moved the football all night long, but needed a big play for their only scoring play. We'll see what they can get done here with 3:49 remaining in the half. Trips to the left, 2 more receivers to the right. Adam Wallace in the shotgun, and he'll run the quarterback draw. Right up the middle he goes. Lots of running room. He's got first down yardage out to his own 40-yard line. Well, that was designed that way all the way. Actually, Ryan Cox that time was lined up as the quarterback, and Cox took it right up the middle and picked up 10. So they spread the field, 3 receivers one side, 2 the other. Had the back there, the quarterback in the shotgun, and he just took off and ran right up the middle with those wide splits. Now Wallace back under center. And here is the give to the tailback, and lots of running room there for Brent Harrison. And Brent Harrison pounds his way out across the 45 to the 48-yard line, a gain of 8 on that carry. Harrison, 12 carries for 55 yards. And Marquette hasn't stopped him too often, have they?
And as I said, he's the guy that you've got to stop. If you stop him, everything else will fall into place.
7 first downs on the night for the Piasaw Birds, just 2 for the Explorers. 2nd and 2 Southwestern from their own 48. Now their left tackle jumps. I'll tell you what, these guys from Southwestern are jumpy, aren't they? On both sides of the ball. False start, that is, let me see if I can count it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 false starts or offside penalties. I think 3 false starts and 2 offside defensively, so they are very prone to jumping offside. 3:01 remaining in the first half. Now they roll the clock. It's 2nd and 7 Southwestern from their own 43-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the right side. Adam Wallace under center, takes a snap, drops the throw. Rolls to his right, lets it go downfield. He's got a man wide open. That's Cox at the 35. Down to the 30, down to the 27 of the Explorers. And a pickup of 30 yards on that completion. And another first down.
Well, the Explorers have got to tighten up the secondary. They're just letting those Piasaw Birds run unfluttered.
First unfluttered.
Yes.
1st and 10. Here is the give to Brent Harrison, and right at the pipe he goes, and he picks up about 4 as he took it from the 26 down to the 22-yard line. Harrison, 13 carries for 59 yards. The clock rolling with 2:20 remaining here in the first half. Southwestern leading 7-3. 2nd and 6, Piasaw Birds at the Marquette 22. This drive started at their own 30, and they had a big 30-yard completion. On the second down play, now the give to the fullback, and he takes it inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 3 on that carry. And that was Stephen Jones. And it brings about 3rd and nearly 4 for Southwestern, just inside the Marquette 20-yard line with the clock rolling with 1:40 remaining in the first half. Southwestern has moved the ball seemingly at will. The Explorer defense has stiffened all except for that one big touchdown play. Now Wallace on the quarterback sneak, and he's going to have first down yardage as he took it down to the 15-yard line. And a gain of 4 on that quarterback sneak and another first down, and that stops the clock while they move the chains. 1:17 remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 Southwestern at the Marquette 15. Now they roll the clock. And the Piasaw Birds not in any big hurry here. 1st and 10 at the Marquette 15. And Wallace rolls to his right, looking downfield, throws on the run, into the end zone, incomplete. Cecil Brimage on the coverage for the Explorers, and Brimage had a better chance of catching that than did the intended receiver, about 4 yards deep into the end zone, but it falls incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 57 seconds remaining in the first half. It brings about 2nd and 10 Southwestern. Wallace can really get some mustard on the ball, throwing on the run.
Well, also, Explorer defensive ends are not doing much to contain him. The only time we had any pressure coming from the outside was when Brimage came up from his outside linebacker.
Now the Piasaw Birds came to the line of scrimmage and lined Ryan Cox up in the shotgun instead of Wallace. But then Southwestern saw something in Marquette's defensive alignment they didn't like, and they called a timeout. It comes with 57 seconds remaining here in the first half, and Southwestern leading by a score of 7-3. And this could be a critical point in this ball game, as Southwestern, if they can find a way to get it into the end zone, they can take perhaps an 11-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Marquette, on the other hand, would like to keep it at less than a touchdown. Currently a 4-point Southwestern lead, so Marquette's defense here huddling on the near sideline with first-year head coach Tim Nelson. Nelson out of that very successful Calhoun program back in the days of Rick Johns up in Calhoun. Served as an assistant to Rick Reinhardt last year. And as Rick Reinhardt moved on to Tuscola, his hometown, after 1 year at Marquette, Tim Nelson. In his first year as the head coach here at Marquette, first year as head coach anywhere. And he has the Explorers off to a 3-1 start. And now as Southwestern comes to the line of scrimmage, one of the Marquette defenders has an equipment problem, and the referee is busy trying to get the shoulder pads buckled back down. That's taken care of. And 2nd and 10 Southwestern at the Marquette 15. Wallace out of the shotgun. Into the end zone. Incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, but that should have been a touchdown. That should have been caught.
Yes, it is right in the numbers. Well, I'm not overly impressed with the pass defense for the Explorers, Sam. I don't know if they've been tested before, but...
Well, Litchfield 2 weeks ago tested them time and time again, and Marquette rose to the occasion, but Southwestern sent in a lot more receivers into the routes than Litchfield was. And that does seem to have the Explorers a little bit back on their heels. This time Southwestern sends 2 receivers wide to the right side, another receiver wide left. Backs in the eye behind Wallace on 3rd and 10. Here is the give to Brent Harrison. And Harrison has yardage down to the 10-yard line and picked up a 5. And let's see if they want to try a field goal again. They did earlier in the ball game and missed from 30 yards out. It's going to be 4th and 5 Southwestern. The clock continuing to roll with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Southwestern seems unsure of what they want to do here on 4th and 5 at the Marquette 10. Well, this would be about a 27-yard field goal attempt if they wanted to try it. And they're just going to let the clock run down and call a timeout. And run one more play, whether it's a field goal attempt or something else. And they do call timeout, does Southwestern, with 10 seconds remaining in the half. And it is the field goal team coming out. Matt Milligan, who missed from 30 back in the first quarter. And he just missed as it hit the crossbar. Now will attempt from about 27 or 28 yards right down the middle of the field. And if he puts up the same kick he did earlier, he'll make it one.
I don't think so.
2 or 3 yards shorter.
I think this is his outside of his range that I saw tonight.
Yeah, because the extra point he kicked earlier just barely made it over. So that 30-yarder might have been his maximum range.
Therefore, fake.
Well, it could be because Wallace, the quarterback, is the holder. And I suspect that Coach Tim Nelson for the Explorers, when he had Marquette gathered around him here on the near sideline, mentioned that. So it's going to be a 27-yard attempt right down the middle of the field by Milligan. Out of the hold of Wallace. They line it up. The snap, the spot. He's going to kick it. It's up. It's high. It's plenty long. And it's good. A 27-yard field goal by Matt Milligan comes with 5 seconds remaining here in the first half and extends the Pius-Auburn lead to 10-3. So maybe we didn't see his best earlier.
Maybe not.
Because that one would have been good from 10 yards further out. So now the question becomes, what's Southwestern going to do on this kickoff? And if they don't squib it, they're crazy because one of Marquette's better weapons this season are Cecil Brimage and Travis Jones back there on the kick returns. And surprisingly, last week, late in the first half, Gillespie kicked the key and gave Marquette a chance for a return late in that first half when we expected a squib. And let's see here if Southwestern doesn't do the smart thing. Just squib this football and make sure that Brimage and Jones don't have a chance to touch it. So they'll tee it up at their own 40-yard line. That's going to be Wallace who will do the kicking. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton just after 8 o'clock on a Friday night. A 10-3 Southwestern lead here early, or late in the first half. With 5 seconds remaining now. Wallace will kick it away, and he does squib it down the middle of the field. But it's going to be Brimage from his own 16. Brimage out across the 20 to the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line, and that'll bring the first half to an end. At halftime, Southwestern 10, Marquette 3. Back to recap the first half of action in just a moment. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Meridian Bank, large enough to serve all your banking needs, small enough to care about you. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Weber Chevrolet, online at WeberGraniteCityChevy.com. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. The Bank of Edwardsville, the people you know and trust. And by United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
Because that's the difference in the ballgame right now. Southwestern has shown the ability to move the football almost every possession, except for that 63-yard touchdown pass. The Marquette defense each time did seem to find a way to strip it and get their own territory. But they didn't break. Defense abandoned it. But I've got to believe that in the second half, what Marquette's going to have to do is find a way to do it. Because you can't just keep putting back on the house.
No, and the thing that, for the first four ball games, they've been fullback oriented. Yep. And the fullbacks carry the ball 3 times, 2 times. You got to stop it before you go outside.
Fullback oriented, or at least Mike thinks you are. And that has been Marquette's forte on offense for much of the season. And that is to feature that fullback and pound that football and just keep pounding away.
is undecided on a major. Catherine is escorted by King candidate Nicholas Levin. Nick is the son of Rick and Kathleen Levin. He played football for 1 year, he's been on the golf team for 2 years, where he was named All-Conference, and a member of the hockey team for 4 years, where he was awarded to the All-Star team. Nick plans to attend Southern Illinois University at Carbondale and major in music production. Catherine Height and Nick Levin. Our final queen candidate is Madeline Morgan. Played basketball for 4 years, on the tennis team for 4 years, and played soccer for 2 years. Last year. Blake plans to attend a 4-year university and major in journalism. Maddie Morrissey and Blake Hurst. The king and queen will be crowned tomorrow night. The homecoming dance. Doors open at 10:30. Coronation is at 10:45. Good luck to all of our candidates.
The sun always rises, your dog will always love you, and the tax man always shows up. There are just some things in life you know you can depend on. So when you're ready to depend on someone for your life insurance, depend on me, Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. We may already insure your car and home, but your life insurance is one of the things that matters the most. For more information, contact my office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or online at tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power & Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
All right, all set for the Southwestern kickoff. Adam Wallace has the ball teed at his own 40, and they will kick it short, and it's taken by Angelo Cross at the 25, and Cross returns it out to the 40. A heads-up play there by Angelo Cross as one of the up-backs there, and when Southwestern tried to keep the ball out of the hands of Brimage and Jones, Cross with about a 15-yard return, and Marquette will start with good field position.
Well, they must have been listening to you, Sam, because it was a short kick, and the Explorers have got good field position to start the second half.
They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line, trailing by 7. Just underway here in the second half. And Marquette comes out double wing with a receiver wide to the right side. They put Jones in motion, and they run a counter with the fullback, and good running room there by Utley. He crosses the 45 and takes it out to the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. A gain of 9 on that carry for Utley. That was just a little bit of a fullback counter after they put the motion to the right side. They brought Utley back to the left. And he got 9. And you like that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And that creates some opportunity now when you're operating 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1, Marquette from their own 48-yard line. Double wing. Keenan Eberlin under center takes a snap, gives it to his fullback. Utley has first down yardage as he crosses midfield and is spun down at the 49 of the Piasaw Birds, but not until he gains 3. And a first down for the Explorers, only their 3rd of the night. 1st and 10 inside Southwestern territory at the Piasaw Bird 49-yard line. So the fullback Utley, 2 carries and a first down. They send Keenan wide to the right side. A wing to the right. Utley the lone setback. They run the option to the right side, and Eberlin turns it upfield and dives inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. As they ran the option to the right side, the fullback is the pitchback on that play. But Keenan Eberlin, the quarterback, picked up 5.
What Eberlin did, he ran that thing more sharply than he has in the past. If you deviate from that line of scrimmage, you just cause all kinds of havoc there. What you got to do is run out that defensive end, force him to make a decision.
2nd down and 5, Explorers at the 44 of the Piasaw Birds. Here is the give to Utley, working the right side. Utley stacked up at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring about 3rd and 1 after Steve Utley, the fullback, picks up 4. Well, Utley, who had 2 carries in the first half for 5 yards, has carried 3 times here in this series for 16 yards. Marquette showing a little misdirection on these plays and finding some seams. Now 3rd and 1 at the Southwestern 40-yard line. Keenan wide left, double wing formation, and they go with the quarterback sneak. Keenan Eberlin has first down yardage as he takes it down to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 2. But another first down for Marquette, 2 on this possession, matches the 2 they had in the entire first half.
Things must have got heated up in that locker room, Sam. That's the only thing I can figure out.
Well, and the other thing is, on these 6 plays that Marquette has run, 5 plays I guess they've run, they just seem to have more rhythm. They seem to be in sync. Now a pitch back to Cecil Brimage trying to sweep the left side. Brimage spun down as he takes it inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. I'll tell you what, Brimage hits the hole at full speed, and he picked up 5 on that carry. And you can also see that Brimage doesn't need much of an opening. If he finds it and bursts through it, he's going to be gone because he's got good speed. 2nd and 5 Explorers at the Piasaw Bird 33-yard line, just 3 minutes into this second half. The Explorers started at their own 39 after taking the second half kickoff. 2nd and 5. Double wing formation. Eberlin puts Brimage in motion to the left side and gives it to Utley, the fullback. Tough sledding for Utley right up the pipe, but he gets a couple of yards down to the 31-yard line, and it's going to bring about 3rd and nearly 3.
But it served its purpose.
Now the Explorers change some personnel. Michael Selby checks into the ball game. Bryce Smith checks out. They send Keenan wide to the right side. And on 3rd and 3 at the 31 of Southwestern, they put Jones in motion to the right side. Give the football to Utley. He's got first down yardage and then some. He takes it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and he was about a step away from breaking that one all the way. A 10-yard pickup and another first down for the Explorers.
There was only one defender between him and the goal line, and that defender brought him down.
3 first downs on this drive, 5 in the ball game for the Explorers. 1st and 10 at the Southwestern 21-yard line. And they've done most of it by featuring the fullback, Steve Utley. Keenan wide right, Selby wide left, double wing formation. Eberlin under center puts Bryce Smith in motion to the right side. They run the wing counter to Brimage. Brimage finds the left sideline. Brimage, 10-5, touchdown! A 21-yard touchdown run by Cecil Brimage. On the misdirection play, it was the wing counter, and once Brimage turned that corner, there was no doubt about it. The Explorers are an extra point away from tying it. So that was Brimage's 5th carry of the night. 5 carries for 38 yards. Now Zach Keenan with the extra point attempt out of the hold of Keenan Eberlin. They line it up to tie the ball game. The kick is up, it's high, it's plenty long, and it's good. 7:44 remaining third quarter, the score. Marquette 10, Southwestern 10. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
The sun always rises, your dog will always love you, and the tax man always shows up. There are just some things in life you know you can depend on. So when you're ready to depend on someone for your life insurance, depend on me, Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. We may already insure your car and home, but your life insurance is one of the things that matters the most. For more information, contact my office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or online at tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now we'll see the Rogers theorem explored further here. The Marquette offense did what was asked of them. They've tied the football game. Now the onus goes on the Marquette defense. If they can force a 3 and out here or get the football back in short order, things could be looking up for the Explorers. Of course, Southwestern now will try to answer with a scoring drive of their own. But Marquette came out and looked like a different offense after receiving the second half kickoff. And they did most of it by featuring the fullback and then broke Brimage loose for a 21-yard touchdown run. Keenan's kick will be returned from the 4, out across the 10 to the 15, and the return man does not make the 20-yard line. On the return was Connor Kessinger, and the Explorer kick coverage was very good on that play.
Yes, it was. They had about 4 or 5 kids down there on the kick coverage.
Travis Jones, the first to meet Connor Kessinger, and the Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. 7:37 remaining in the third quarter. We're tied at 10. Adam Wallace under center turns, gives it to his big tailback, and good yardage on that carry for Brent Harrison. Harrison crosses the 25 and takes it out to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of, we'll call it a gain of 6 as he went down right at the 25-yard line. Brent Harrison, 15 carries for 70 yards on the night. 2nd down and 4 Southwestern from their own 25. Backs in the eye behind Wallace. It's Harrison again, and Harrison stumbles through the hole. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but surges forward. Picks up 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 Southwestern. Nothing fancy about when they give the football to Harrison. It's just straight ahead running. Power running.
He's their bread and butter.
And on 3rd and 1 now, Southwestern sends 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. The back's in the, and the right tackle jumps again. That's the 3rd time he has jumped
Thank you.
That's hard to believe, isn't it? You've got to believe he was told about that at halftime, and here it is, the first series, the third play for the offense in the second half, and I'm sure that's the third time tonight, that very same tackle. I know for sure it's his second time, and I think his third. Corey Willard is not having a good night at right tackle. Now 3rd and 6, Southwestern. Wallace in the shotgun, drops to throw. Lost it deep down the left side. Dunnigan wide open, a diving catch at the Marquette 47. He would have been gone for a touchdown if he hadn't had to dive for it. And another big pass play for the Piasaw Birds. And Dunnigan wide open again. It goes for 30 yards.
No pass coverage whatsoever, Sam. And they can't be that slow.
Dunnigan, 3 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10, Southwestern at the Marquette 47. And here's Harrison working the left side for good yardage. Inside the 45 down to the 41-yard line. And a gain of 7 on that carry for Harrison. Harrison 17 carries for 80 yards. Adam Wallace has completed 5 of 12 passes for 160 yards and a touchdown. And 3 of those 5 completions have gone to Dunnigan. On 2nd and 4, Harrison, big hole to the right side. First down yardage inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 8 on that carry, and the 11th first down of the night for the Piasaw Birds.
Getting back to that 3rd and long situation, there is no way on a sure passing situation that you let those people filter through like the Explorers did.
And now Marquette wants a timeout, as Tim Nelson does not like the way this series is going. 5:25 remaining third quarter. Marquette 10, Southwestern 10. You're listening to Z1570 Radio.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Hi, George Weber. As we watch this year's Olympic Games and root for the world's top athletes, the Weber Chevrolet family wants to offer some encouragement to the terrific men and women representing our country. You are the best of the best. We know how hard you have worked. Win or lose, we are proud of you, and you are all truly winners. Even though you are half a world away, we are with you through every sprint, jump, and dive. And we sing along with you when you stand on that medal stand listening to the national anthem. So from all of us at Weber Chevrolet, go Team USA.
Amstead along with John Rogers back at Public School Stadium in Alton, and Southwestern driving after Marquette took the second half kickoff. Marquette put together a 69-yard touchdown drive, capped off by a 21-yard touchdown run by Cecil Brimage. But Southwestern has answered. They've converted again on a big third down conversion, facing 3rd and 7. They got a 30-yard pass down the left side of the field and into Marquette territory. Another first down followed. It's 1st and 10 at the Marquette 32 for the Piasaw Birds. 2 receivers wide to the right side, the backs in the eye. And here is the give. Here's Harrison, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Keenan Eberlin among the tacklers there for the Explorers, along with Steve Utley. So for one of the few times tonight, Harrison held for no gain.
As I was going to say, that's one of the few times he hasn't picked up any yardage.
So 2nd and 10, Southwestern at the Marquette 32. Piasaw Birds put 2 receivers to the right side. That's Dunnigan in the slot. Watch him. And Wallace drops to throw. He's got time. He sets up. He lets it go deep down the middle for Cox at the goal line. Incomplete. Cox got behind. There were 4 Marquette defenders out there, and Cox was behind them all. And if the pass weren't overthrown by about a yard, it might have nestled right into his arms for a touchdown. But these Piasaw Bird receivers have been able to get behind Marquette defenders all night long. But now here we've got another one of those 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. They send Seth Rich wide to the left side. Now Rich flip-flops over to the right. Ryan Cox wide left, another receiver in the slot, backs in the eye behind Wallace, who drops to throw. He rolls to his left. He's got all kinds of time. Lets it go deep down the middle, and it is incomplete, broken up by Zach Keenan. Eberlin went up first, and I think it went right through his arms, and then Keenan broke it up. There was a receiver there as well, and for a moment I thought maybe it had dropped into Seth Rich's arms, but it fell incomplete. And now Southwestern facing 4th and 10 at the Marquette 32. We'll keep the offense out there and go for it. So Wallace now has completed 5 of 14 attempts for 160 yards and a touchdown. So he doesn't complete a lot of them, but when he does, they're big plays. Wallace out of the shotgun, drops to throw. He's got time. He sets up. He lets it go over the middle. He's got Cox for a first down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 20 and another first down for Southwestern. That came on 4th and 10. He can thread the needle.
Yeah, but it's sad because, again, another sure passing situation, you drop everybody off.
1st and 10, Southwestern at the Marquette 13-yard line. Backs in the eye behind Wallace. Here's the give to Harrison. Lots of running room. He's inside the 10. He's down to about the 6-yard line. Brent Harrison, good yardage there. A gain of 7 on that carry. Harrison 20 carries for 95 yards. 2nd and 3 Southwestern at the Marquette 6-yard line. Well, that was a huge 4th down conversion. 4th and 10 at the Marquette 33-yard line. And a 20-yard completion from Wallace to Cox. Now 2nd and 3, backs in the eye. Here's the give to Harrison again. He's stacked up at about the 5-yard line after a 1-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and not quite 2 yards, just inside the 5, as Mitch Woolner made the tackle that time for the Explorers. 3rd and a short 2, just inside the 5. And here is Wallace trying to keep it on the quarterback sneak. And he's going to be very close to the first down inside the 4-yard line. He needed about 1.5 yards. I think he got 1 yard, and it's going to be 4th and less than 1 yard. The game is tied at 10. 4th and about a foot for Southwestern at the Marquette 4-yard line. Well, this could be big right here. Southwestern will go. And if the Explorers can find a way to stop them, they'll dodge a bullet. 4th and a foot, Southwestern at the Marquette 4. 2 receivers wide to the right side. The back's in the eye. Here is the give to Harrison, and Harrison has the first down. He didn't get much, but he got enough as he took it down to the 3-yard line. And it's 1st and goal, Southwestern at the Marquette 3. He's a load, and they haven't stopped him but maybe one time all night. They're going to measure, but I'm pretty sure he's got it. I hope I'm wrong. The football spotted just outside the 3-yard line, and they bring the sticks in from the far sideline. The clock down to 2:23 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The game tied at 10. They stretch it out, and it is a first down. Well, it seemed pretty obvious from here, but in a case like this, they want to make sure. 1st and goal, Piasaw Birds at the Marquette 3-yard line. Southwestern led 10-3 at the half. Marquette took the second half kickoff, drove 69 yards and tied it. Southwestern trying to answer. They converted on a 4th and 10 on this drive. Here is the give to Harrison, and he's stacked up for no gain on the play. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and then finally brought down by Angelo Cross.
He tried to go off left tackle, and the hole was filled, and he tried to bounce outside, and I think it was, well, I didn't get the number, but whoever played that outside contain man did a good job.
Second down and goal, Southwestern at the Marquette 3. Two receivers to the right side. Here's Harrison again. Harrison up the middle, gets a yard down to the 2 before he stacked up. Steve Utley hit him, as did several other explorers. Bryce Smith in on the tackle as well. And it's third and goal at the 2, so they run 2 plays from the 3 and gain 1 yard. Harrison, 24 carries for 99 yards. Third and goal, Southwestern at the Marquette 2. A receiver wide to the right side. The back's in the eye behind Wallace. On the third down play, Wallace rolls to his right, looks into the end zone, man wide open, touchdown. Seth Rich was wide open in the end zone. Wallace just flipped it to him. A 2-yard touchdown pass from Wallace to Rich, and the Piasaw Birds have their lead back. Well, that's his shortest completion of the night. But no coverage whatsoever there in the end zone, as Rich was standing wide open, and Wallace just flipped it to him. Now the extra point attempt, up high, long, and good. 1:02 remaining third quarter. Southwestern 17, Marquette 10. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power and Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agencies certified by J.D. Power and Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
My name is Sam Stem. Alongside is John Rogers, and we have a football game here. It's been a Southwestern feast for the most part, as they have proven tough to stop for the Marquette defense. Southwestern leading 17-10. Marquette did what it had to do, coming out and taking the second half kickoff and driving down and tying the football game. But Southwestern answered with a drive of their own, a drive in which they converted once on 3rd and long, converted on 4th and 10 deep in Marquette territory, and now they lead it 17-10, and the squib kick is knocked down by one of the up men and covered by the Explorers at the 31. They'll start 1st and 10 right there, as Southwestern does not want Jones and Brimage to get their hands on the football on kick return, with a kick return opportunity. And so now the Marquette offense out back onto the field. Marquette picked up only 2 first downs in the entire first half. They picked up 4 first downs on that first possession of the second half, as they drove 69 yards for a touchdown. 1:01 remaining here in the third quarter, and Marquette again trails by 7. Eberlin under center, puts Brimage in motion to the left side, and they run the counter to the fullback. Give it to Utley to the right side, and Utley, good yardage out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4 on that carry. There's no reason to panic here. You're down 7 with the fourth quarter yet to come, so you can continue to pound that fullback, keep that defense honest. Utley carried only twice in the first half. 2nd and 6 Explorers from their own 35. Brimage in motion to the left side, and this time they give it to Brimage, and Brimage has first down yardage out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A nice run there by Cecil Brimage as he picks up 8 and a Marquette first down. They faked the handoff to the fullback Utley, and then Brimage, who was the wing in motion, just followed him into the hole. And Keenan Eberlin gave Brimage the football. He picked up 8. 1st and 10 Explorers from their own 43. Jones in motion to the right side. The give is to Utley, the fullback, and he's stacked up. After a short gain, he got a yard. And that's the final play of the third quarter. After 3 quarters at Public School Stadium in Alton, it's Southwestern 17, Marquette 10. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tab. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tab, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Here is Eberlin rolling to his right. He wants to throw. Now he flips it downfield. He hits Utley across midfield to the 47 of Southwestern, and that's going to be good for a first down. Eberlin came ever so close to crossing the line of scrimmage, but apparently did not. And they pick up 10 on that play. The first completion of the night for Keenan Eberlin. And a first down for the Explorers, their 8th of the night, their 6th of the second half.
Again, he was rather hesitant out there. He wanted to run it because nothing came open, and he just waited that half a second, and the fullback came open.
First and 10, here's the give to Utley. Lots of running room to the left side. Utley inside to 45, down to the 41-yard line, and a gain of 5 on that carry for the Marquette fullback. Utley carried only twice in the first half. He's carried 8 times here in the second half. Picked up 5 yards in the first half. He's picked up 38 here in the second half. Much more effective use of the fullback. And that's opened up some other things, like the 21-yard touchdown run Brimage had. Only the second possession of the second half for the Explorers. 2nd and 5 at the 41 of Southwestern. Eberlin under center, puts Jones in motion to the right side, and Southwestern jumped again. Oh no, it's against Marquette. I didn't see who moved for Marquette, but as they put Travis Jones in motion back to the right side, somebody in the line must have jumped that time. Only the 4th penalty of the night against the Explorers, but it wipes out the 5-yard gain that Utley had on the first down play, so now it becomes 2nd and 10 Explorers at the 46 of Southwestern, with the clock rolling with 10:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Southwestern leading by 7. Double wing formation with the receiver to the left side. Jones in motion to the right side. Eberlin to throw, launches it deep down the right sideline, and that is broken up at the last moment. It was intended for Zach Keenan down at about the 10-yard line, and a good play there by Adam Wallace for Southwestern to break it up at the last moment.
But Howland, who was a wide out to the left side, was open. He had gotten behind the defender.
So now that's going to bring about 3rd and 10 for the Explorers at the Southwestern 46-yard line. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 10:32 remaining. That was only the 3rd pass attempt of the night for Keenan Eberlin. He's completed 1 of 3. Double wing with Zach Keenan wide right, Selby wide left. And here's Eberlin, sets up the screen to the left side, completes it to Utley. Utley on his feet at the 30, first down yardage at the 35, loses the football, and Southwestern recovers back at their own 28-yard line. So the play worked, the screen pass picked up first down yardage, but then Utley coughed it up at the point of the tackle.
Isn't there a rule that the ground can't cost a fumble? Oh, that must be the big boys, NFL.
Well, it looked to me like perhaps he was stripped as the tackle was made, but at any rate, the Explorer turnover kills the drive. And And it's 1st and 10 Southwestern, and here is the give to Harrison, and Brent Harrison on his feet across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Now a critical series for the Explorer defense because time becoming a factor with 10:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Marquette needs the football back, trailing by 7. Harrison picked up 4 on that carry. Puts him over 100 yards rushing for the night. 25 carries for 103 yards for the Southwestern tailback. 2nd and 6, Piasaw Birds from their own 31. Here's the give. Harrison again, this time tripped up after a short gain. He picked up maybe a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 Southwestern, but they have converted on 3rd and 4th and long all night long.
A long 3rd down has not deterred the Piasaw Birds at all.
But if there's one time Marquette was going to stop him, this needs to be it. 3rd and 5, Piasaw Birds from their own 33. The backs in the eye with 2 receivers wide to the left side, and now movement prior to the snap. And it is going to be illegal procedure against the Piasaw Birds. That may only increase their chances. They're better at 3rd and 10 than they are 3rd and 5. It's unbelievable how many illegal procedures that they have been flagged for tonight.
And they're winning the ball game. Usually that takes you right out of it.
Yeah, that was going to be my next statement. It doesn't seem to have hurt them. They've overcome almost every penalty. 3rd and 10, Piasaw Birds from their own 28-yard line. Wallace in the shotgun, rolls to his left, sets up. He had Cox open, and Cox trapped it as he had to dive back for the football. Even if he had been ruled a good catch, if it had been ruled a good catch, it was going to be shy of the 1st down. And now Southwestern, I think for only the 2nd time tonight, will go into punt formation. The scary part of that play was that Cox was wide open and Wallace just underthrew him. If he had hit him into numbers, it would have been a 1st down and then some. But now Brimage and Jones. Brimage the deep man. Jones about 10 yards in front of him. Brimage stands at his own 35 to return this punt from Wallace, who gets the kick away. And he kicks it towards the far sideline, and it goes out of bounds. And Marquette will start at their own 31-yard line with 8:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and Southwestern leading at 17-10. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton, the 9 o'clock hour. More high school football follows this one here on the Big Z. It'll be Alton High and East St. Louis. From Clyde Jordan Stadium down in East St. Louis, the nationally ranked Flyers hosting our very own Redbirds. So now Marquette needs to find a way to put a touchdown drive together because it's getting late. 8:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Only Marquette's 3rd possession of the 2nd half. They put together a 69-yard touchdown drive on their 1st possession. They were driving on their 2nd possession before the fumble. And now here is the pitch back, and Travis Jones will try to turn that right corner. Jones eluding tacklers, but finally stacked up. And he got back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll be 2nd and 10. Jones did what you had suggested earlier in the broadcast, and that is when you're hemmed in down there, just put your head down and get as much as you can. And rather than trying to outrun everybody to the outside, he got back to the line of scrimmage anyway. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, it's a shame they fumbled on that screen pass because that was a very good call. And gave Marquette a 1st down, but the defense did its job, and now 2nd and 10, Explorers from their own 31. And here's the give to Utley. Utley breaks tackles. Utley still on his feet across the 35, out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 7 on that carry, brings about 3rd and 3. Utley sometimes is tough to tackle. He's low to the ground.
And he weighs, 190 pounds? That's a load.
And he's got a pretty good burst. If there's an opening, he can find that opening. And now a big 3rd and 3 here for the Explorers. Here's the give to Utley, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and thrown for a loss. And Utley never had a chance as the Piasaw Birds threw him for a 1-yard loss, and now Marquette will send the punting team onto the field.
Well, it was a watch-out block by the right tackle. He never picked up the defender.
Now Zach Keenan stands back at his own 26-yard line in punt formation with 6:52 and counting remaining here in the fourth quarter. And Keenan gets the kick away. And the Piasaw Birds will let it hit. It takes a good Marquette hop. Inside the 25, inside the 20, down to the 18. The Piasaw Birds will start 1st and 10 right there. Southwestern 17, Marquette 10. Midway through the fourth quarter, you're listening to Z1570 Radio Sport.
Listen to what people are saying about the Bank of Edwardsville.
It is a pleasure for me to bank at the Bank of Edwardsville.
Your entire staff was professional, thorough, and very helpful.
I was told I would be taken good care of, and that was the understatement of the year.
Because of the excellent service I received, I transferred both my savings and checking accounts to the Bank of Edwardsville. We appreciate the dedication the bank provides.
And that's why I work at the Bank of Edwardsville.
What do I have to do to sell you a car today?
Stop by Roberts Motors in Alton, Illinois.
And that will move them even further back. The ball had rolled dead at the Southwestern 18-yard line. And now they'll walk it off half the distance to the goal line, and Southwestern will start 1st and 10 from their own 9. And if there was ever a time for the Marquette defense to force a 3-and-out, it's right here. And perhaps give Marquette good field position as they try to find a way to score the tying touchdown. Southwestern leading at 17-10. So the Explorer defense did it moments ago, and they'll have to do it again here. As the officials now trying to get the right football into play. And they do. Each team has their own football, and so they got the Piasaw Bird ball in play here. 1st and 10 Southwestern from their own 9-yard line. They send a receiver, Dunnigan, wide to the left side. He's done a lot of damage here tonight. The back's in the eye, and Wallace will throw. Lets it go out to the left sideline. He's got his man out at the 20, out to the 22-yard line. A big completion there from Wallace to Seth Ridge. And it picks up 13 and a first down for the Piasaw Birds.
Well, that was a good call, that pass play that took them out of being deep in their own territory.
1st and 10, Piasaw Birds, their 14th first down of the night. At their own 22-yard line. Now here's the give to Harrison, and Harrison good yardage as he pounds his way out to the 40-yard line. He's not real fast, but he's powerful. He's hard to bring down, and he picks up 7 on that carry.
But you cannot let him carry the ball 3 to 4 yards here in the fourth quarter. You've got to put a stop to them sometime.
The clock rolling now with 6 minutes, midway through the fourth quarter. 6 minutes remaining, Southwestern leading 17-10. 2nd and 3, Piasaw Birds from their own 30. Here's the give. It's Harrison once again, 5 yards out to the 35-yard line. He has another Piasaw Bird first down. Their 15th of the night. And their 6th here in the second half. Harrison 116 yards rushing on 28 carries. And the Piasaw Birds, if they can find a way to hang on for the final 5 minutes and 40 seconds, will even their SEC West record at 1-1 and put themselves right in the hunt. This would be a big win for them and a tough loss for the Explorers. Now Wallace keeps it on the quarterback sneak, tried a little twirl move there. I don't know if that play was a busted play. I can't imagine they called the quarterback sneak there, but no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. The clock continues to roll with 5:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Southwestern with a 7-point lead. They led by 7 at the half. The teams traded third quarter touchdowns. And the Piasaw Birds trying to run as much time as they can. 2nd and 10 from their own 35. It's Harrison, and Harrison hit and brought down after a 3-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. His 29th carry of the night, and now a big third down play here. 3rd and 7 Southwestern from their own 38 as the clock continues to tick with 4.5 minutes remaining.
Another 3rd and long. We have not been very successful in stopping those. One time, as I recollect.
The big Marquette crowd starts to make some noise. They want to stop right here. 2 receivers wide to the right side. 2 more wide left. And Wallace looks to the sideline and says, we've got the wrong people out here. Something's not right. And he calls a timeout. He comes with 4:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Southwestern leading by 7. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Do you want to earn interest and still have easy access to your money? Meridian Bank offers 4 interest-bearing accounts: Money Market, Meridian Star, Now Account, and Super Now Account. Choose the account that fits your financial needs. Rates vary based on the account and balance. Stop by and ask for details. The smart way to financial success is at Meridian Bank on West 3rd Street in downtown Alton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lenders.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
A big play here, Coach Rogers. 3rd and 7 Southwestern from their own 38. They lead Marquette by 7 points with just 4:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. And if Marquette doesn't get a stop here, the task gets a lot tougher. Marquette will have to start using its timeouts if they can't get the ball back here in short order. And Southwestern on this 3rd and 7. Spread the field, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Adam Wallace didn't like something he saw. Now they've got trips to the right side, 2 more wide left, and Wallace in the shotgun. He drops to throw, lets it go out to the right side. He's got his man. First down yardage. That's Ryan Cox out to the 49-yard line. So a pickup of 10 on that play and another first down for the Piasaw Birds, and that's just way too easy.
Well, it's been easy all night, Sam. The Explorers' defense, they're not getting any rushes. In fact, I just noticed the defensive end to the left side there. He took an inside route. How the heck are you going to contain a quarterback by taking an inside route?
1st and 10 Piasaw Birds from their own 49. This drive started at their 9. Now they give it to Harrison, and he's caught from behind and brought down after a 1-yard gain. Making the tackle there for the Explorers was Patrick Fitzgerald coming from the backside. A gain of 1 by Harrison, but now the time's so critical as the clock continues to roll with 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Southwestern leading Marquette by 7. The Piasaw Birds on 2nd and 9 from midfield, and here's the give to Harrison, and Harrison carries tacklers with him inside the 50-yard line down to the 48 of the Explorers. A gain of 2 there, and now another big third down play. The Explorers, I believe, have 2 timeouts remaining here in the second half. And now the clock ticks inside of 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Southwestern has a decision to make here. Do they want to force Marquette to use a timeout, or will they throw the football? And if they throw an incompletion, it'll save Marquette a timeout. Wallace drops to throw, rolling to his right. All kinds of time. Lets it go downfield, and it's intercepted by Zach Keenan. Zach Keenan on his feet to the 45 of the Explorers, and Marquette now has an opportunity with 2:33 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So Southwestern, I guess you live by the pass and you die by the pass. And a big turnover there as the Explorers offense will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44. There is a flag on the play, however. A flag at the line of scrimmage. And let's see what this is all about. If it's against Marquette, it's a personal foul against Southwestern, so they'll tack 15 on to the end of the play, and that's huge, as now the football moves into Southwestern territory, and they're going to move the ball to the Southwestern 41-yard line, so Marquette needs 41 yards in the next 2:33 and an extra point to tie the game.
Well, it's a possibility.
1st and 10 Explorers at the Southwestern 41-yard line. That was Southwestern's second turnover of the ball game. They lost a fumble in the first half. And Wallace throws that interception here at a critical juncture. And now Keenan Everlin brings the Marquette offense onto the field. Zach Keenan wide to the right side. Another receiver wide left, double wing formation. 2:33 remaining. They put Travis Jones in motion to the right side, and Everlin rolls to his right. He wants to throw. He's got a man downfield, but Jones can't hang on at the 29-yard line. That pass just a little bit tall for Travis Jones, and he couldn't bring it down, but he was open. But that stops the clock with 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 Explorers at the Southwestern 41-yard line. Now some confusion out there as Ryan Howland thought he needed to come off, and they said, no, stay in there. Receivers left and right, double wing formation on 2nd and 10. Everlin drops to throw. He's got plenty of time, lots of time. Now he's going to take off with the football, carrying it like a loaf of bread, and he gains 2 yards. Well, I think you got to throw that, even if you just throw it out of bounds. Yep. Because now Marquette will have to use a timeout, facing 3rd and 9 after the 2-yard scramble by Keenan Everlin. And the clock stopped with 2:12 remaining. Marquette will have 1 timeout remaining. Well, Everlin had all kinds of time, but couldn't find anybody open downfield. And then as the pocket started to collapse, he tried to run with it. I didn't like the way he was carrying the football to begin with. Did you?
No, but I again, something you said that Everlin should be a little bit more slow in his decisions on what he's going to do with the football. He sat back there and did that, and he still could have hit some receiver out there because there was, there was 4 or 5 of them out.
So a big 3rd down play here, although Marquette will go on 4th down if they don't pick up a 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 9 for the Explorers, just inside the Southwestern 40-yard line. Keenan, the receiver, to the right side. Selby wide left, double wing formation. Everlin takes the snap and drops to throw. He rolls to his right. He's got time. He lets it go deep down the left sideline, and it is tipped around and incomplete. And I'm not sure exactly who he was throwing it to. He had Travis Jones streaking down the left sideline. He appeared to be open, but I think he threw it to Selby, who had settled down at about the 10-yard line. He got popped up in the air, and Selby made a dive for it at the 10, but couldn't come up with it. And I'm not sure that Everlin saw Travis Jones streaking down that left sideline, but he had beat his man. Now,
that's who I thought he was throwing the ball to.
Now with 2:03 remaining in the fourth quarter, 4th and 9 Explorers at the 40 of the Piasaw Birds. And Marquette needs at least, well, what they need to do here is convert the first down. Keenan wide right, another receiver wide left, double wing formation. And Everlin will throw again. He drops, he sets up, under pressure, lets it go downfield, and it's incomplete, and the Piasaw Birds will take over on downs, and they should be able to run the clock out. Marquette has the 1 timeout remaining, as Everlin's pass here on the near side was shy of his intended receiver, who was covered closely down at the 25-yard line. Well, Marquette does have a timeout remaining. So So they could conceivably get it back.
Why postpone the agony?
17-10, Southwestern leading it. Piasaw Birds led by 7 at the half. The teams traded touchdown. Marquette tied it in the third quarter. Now here's Wallace on the quarterback sneak. Takes it forward for a couple yards. And Marquette will use its final timeout. So, it'll be 2nd and 9 for Southwestern after Wallace picked up a yard on that quarterback sneak. The line of scrimmage, the Southwestern 40, but just 1:48 remains in this football game. And I think Marquette will be able to get it back. And then throw a Hail Mary at best. But if Southwestern can get a first down here, then it's all over. If Southwestern hangs on, they will improve to 2-3 on the season, 1-1 in South Central Conference play. Marquette will fall to 1-1 in the conference. The Explorers go to Wood River next Friday night to take on the Oilers down at Memorial Stadium. We'll have that game live for you right here on C1570. Wood River playing tonight up in Carlinville, and those two teams went into tonight's action 1-0 in South Central Conference play. 2nd and 9 Southwestern from their own 40-yard line, and they give it to Harrison, and Harrison just runs over tacklers out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. He picks up 8 on that play. Now they stop the clock again, and I'm not sure why. I don't think Marquette, unsportsmanlike conduct, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Marquette. A 15-yard walk-off, that'll give Southwestern a first down, and the Piasaw Birds will just have to take a knee a couple times here, and it'll be over. So whatever chance Marquette had is squandered with that penalty. And this game, unlike any other this season for the Explorers, they just never really got into a rhythm, and they didn't play with a lot of smarts, as evidenced by that play right there. So Marquette made some adjustments at halftime, came out and tied the football game, but they couldn't make the defensive adjustments. They couldn't shut down the Piasaw Bird passing game. And now Southwestern, after the penalty, has a 1st and 10 at the Marquette 38-yard line. And the Piasaw Birds will take a knee. Wallace does. They'll take a knee 1 or 2 more times, and this game will be over. And the Piasaw Birds will head back north with a big, big victory. They needed this.
They surely did, because this puts them right back in the old ball game.
Yep, we're right back in the thick of the South Central Conference race. And gives them a shot still at a playoff berth. If not a conference championship. Marquette, meanwhile, will fall to 1-2 on their home field. They're 2-0 on the road after big wins at Litchfield and Gillespie, but this loss here tonight is one that's going to be tough to stomach. Wallace takes another knee, and now the final 30 seconds will tick off the clock, and the Piasaw Birds will head home with a victory, and the Explorers will have to figure out how they're going to right the ship when they head down to Oiler Country next Friday night. And it's always tough to lose at home, but it's especially tough to lose your homecoming game. And the Explorers have just done that. The final 3, 2, 1 seconds off the clock, and it's a final. Southwestern 17, Marquette 10. Back to wrap it up in just a moment. You're listening to C1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Meridian Bank, large enough to serve all your banking needs, small enough to care about you. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Weber Chevrolet, online at WeberGraniteCityChevy.com. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. First Cloverleaf Bank, We're better together. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. The Bank of Edwardsville, the people you know and trust. And by United Methodist Village, where living is easy.